Hi, welcome back to Mildly Familiar, the only show where I still have green in my hair from Halloween. Today we are talking to Miss Sabtastic. She is an artist on Newgrounds, Etsy, and she has an affinity for birds and Pokemon. So I met her through Pokemon Go, then later we started talking on Discord, and now I'm sort of familiar with her, but let's find out more together. Come with me, do you, to the land of my YouTube channel on youtube.com.
You ever been to a party where everything is going swell? And you turn to somebody, say, I'm Gage, I hope you're well. And they say, we've met before. And you say, oh no. I knew they looked mildly familiar. Mildly familiar, oh no.
Sabtastic! There you are. I didn't think of a proper intro for this, so I'm like, what if I just point at her
Yeah.
and say something clever? How's it going, man?
Really busy. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm just working. I'm on my lunch hour right now, so we have to do this really, really fast.
Oh, wow.
If we're not done in like 5 minutes, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
God.
We're fine. This is a show called Mildly Familiar, and this is where I get to know people just a little bit better. And it's interesting how I met you, because I met you through, I think, first Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
and then Discord. We were on like a mutual server, and then I said, hey, me and this group are going to be doing Pokemon Go raids. You want to join in? And you're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I still play that all the time. I love Pokemon Go.
How long have you been on Pokemon Go?
When did it come out? Like 2016?
Yeah.
Like right since the get-go.
Have you been playing consistently ever since?
Maybe not consistently. Like it gets really gross here in the wintertime, so I usually fall off when it gets really cold. But now with all the remote passes and stuff, like you don't actually really need to physically leave your house to play. So I'd say, yeah, I'm still pretty consistent. I sign on all the time, go for walks.
Is there any Canada exclusive Pokemon up there? Do you know that by chance?
Do you guys get Tauros?
We have Tauros here in California, so.
Okay, then no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, boo.
I'm reevaluating our friendship right now.
I know, like no reason to come to Canada.
I did go to Canada actually last year. I went to Toronto.
What?
That was a lot of fun. People were very nice.
Nice.
I saw a couple people who I've only met via internet, and it was a good time. I got sick for a day, but that's okay.
Oh no, yeah, that's kind of inevitable with big travel, but that's cool. Did you go to like any big events, or was it just like visiting friends?
No, it was just visiting friends. I had a whim because,
Nice.
yeah, I was like, I've never been to Canada before, so I went to Canada. I went to some people that I know, and yeah, it was a good time.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Were you out there for like a week or just a couple days?
Oh, just a week. But one of the days I was horribly sick, so I just spent all of it in my hotel room,
Aw,
which is not Gucci at all.
no. Yeah, those hotels are expensive too. Toronto is pricey. It's like Canadian New York.
Yeah, that's what I hear. People say Toronto is like the Canadian New York, except cleaner and nicer.
Oh, really? I've only been to New York like super briefly, so like my one day visit, I don't chalk up to like my whole understanding of New York, but I guess I could see that.
How often do you come to the States, if you don't mind me asking? For like conventions and stuff, right?
During COVID now, 0.
Right.
Because borders, I think, are still closed unless you're essential, like unless you are doing something to, help people. So back when things were like pre-COVID, I'd probably go maybe like 3-4 times a year. There'd be like something on the West Coast, something on the East Coast. Like I did one in Chicago right before things got crazy with COVID, like a week before things blew up. So that was like scary timing.
That's actually on my list right now to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
Not now, obviously, but
Get like some deep dish pizza.
deep dish pizza.
Yeah, so good.
Did you get to see a comedy show up there?
No, I wish I could have. Unfortunately, I guess the slight drawback with traveling for Comic Cons is like, since it's for work, and
right.
if it's a first time show, all of our expenses are out of pocket, right? Like we pay for our flight, we pay for our hotel, our table, all of like importing all of our stuff and like paying taxes on that. So we try and play it kind of conservatively. I keep saying we, but my boyfriend Justin and I went to Chicago together to try it for the first time, and it was C2E2 was that show, and it was so huge and fun and great, but you spend your whole entire time getting there, setting up, all 4 days at the Comic-Con, tear down, and then the next day you're on a plane back home. So it's like you really only get to check out like restaurants, and if you're not totally bagged at the end of the day, maybe you can check something out, but like usually you're just...
I would assume you'd be wiped from talking to people all day and pushing
especially that first day, like your jitters are just through the roof, and you're like, you've just set up your table, so you've lugged luggage around for hours, and then you talk to people all day, and like you don't know how the convention's going to go yet, and there's a lot like kind of riding on that first day, so you're usually pretty beat. Like it takes a lot out of you, but it's still worth it. Like I don't mean to put it in a bad light or anything.
Well, they're not in any light right now because there's none of them. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I miss them so much.
Well, how have you been adjusting to 2020 and COVID without these conventions?
I mean, now really good. It was a slow burn. Like from right after we got back from C2E2, there was like one more show in Vancouver, and then Justin and I were just kind of like, we'd get an email every day. Justin, by the way, is Cast Kiraga on Twitter. I don't know if I've introduced you yet, but
Jimmy, plug that in.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't been introduced. I have not had the pleasure.
Oh, well, sorry. I'll have to introduce you guys sometime.
For sure.
But he's an artist too. Like we both do the whole Comic-Con scene, and we're both independent, so we are entirely self-sufficient in like what we do for our business, and we're just like full-time artists right now, thanks to COVID. But without the Comic-Cons, like those first couple months from I think like mid-March, I don't know when it got bad for you guys, but for us it was like mid-March.
That's just about the same time as we did.
Oh, okay, yeah, because the borders were still open for us at that point.
Mid to late March.
But anyway, we did that one in Vancouver, and then it was just like masks mandatory, everything's closed, all the shutdowns, like my print shop shut down, all the Comic-Cons got canceled. Like I was getting emails. I got 20 emails for conventions being canceled all in the span of a few months for like all of 2020. And like,
I thought you were going to say the same day. 20 emails, same day, everything canceled.
No, that would have just like crushed me. But yeah, with every email, you're like, well, that was going to be like another, paycheck for us. And we have one pretty much every second weekend, except for maybe in the slow seasons, like when it's like right in the middle of winter and the holidays. But yeah, that hit us pretty hard, because that, I would say, if you were to rank all of our kind of like the ways that we make money as artists, I think Comic-Cons for us are like way up there, and those are just right off the table. So it was really jarring to just be like, okay, like what else is there? Like, what can I focus my attention to now that I have all this free time, for one, and where else can I go? What can I start now that I have this free time to like replace Comic-Con income?
So what have you been doing to fill the time? Commissions, or you said you were opening an Etsy store?
Yeah, I started.
Or reopening, I should say.
But yeah, there's Etsy, which I started to like pay attention to and like restock. But then my print shop closed, so Etsy was just put on hold again. So I couldn't restock all my prints. And then with that, kind of with a pin in that, I had to shift over to like print on demand websites. So Redbubble got a lot more of my attention. I was trying to sell like those reusable masks, since that was like everybody suddenly needed masks. So I'm like, hey, you can have cute ducks on your masks. Here you go.
Is that currently still in stock?
Yeah. I got a couple like little bird blobs, and then there's like a little crow patterned one where it looks like polka dots from far away, but if you look up close, it's a bunch of little crows layered.
That's nice.
They're just like the 2-ply, like a simple mask you could like jam in your pocket.
I heard your mask beat COVID.
Yeah.
But you have a very limited supply, so go now and buy those masks.
Specially made by the power of duckies. Patreon, which was like consuming my day today. in a good way. It was really exciting. So my Patreon now is thankfully like a giant part of, kind of supplementing what I lost for my Comic-Cons. And that's turning out really nice. I'm getting a lot of really nice, like, positive engagement from people.
Yeah.
And now, like, I just added a Discord today, accidentally.
You slipped on a banana peel, and there it was.
Just dropped a giant carton of eggs. Here we are. Everybody's just got to look at me with this big mess. But, I mean, I don't know. It's weirdly kind of playing out to be nice because they can all kind of see, like, as I add new features, everybody's, like, involved in it somehow. So it's working out weirdly okay. I'm just rolling with it. So, yeah, Patreon, Redbubble. What else is there? I mean, there's been, like, 1 or 2 local markets, but they're all very socially distant. They're very...
Yeah, you were telling me about that. You said you guys were doing markets these past couple weeks or weekends.
Yeah, just me so far. Like my convention friends, like my sister does Comic-Cons too. She's not quite at the stage where she's like comfortable with it yet because Edmonton's numbers, they're not super great. It's not a huge city, but it's like the capital city of our province. So it's big enough that, anybody's going to be irresponsible. It's going to make waves pretty quick. So I guess our numbers are skyrocketing right now. Those markets might not be an option.
Oh, us too.
Yeah.
The real conversation that we have here is, when did you first get into Pokemon?
The hard-hitting questions. I like it.
Hard-hitting questions!
I think I was like 8, and the cartoon had just come out. The trading cards were a big deal, and like, my neighbors who were about my age at the time had like all these cool Pokemon cards, and I remember that actually like sparked a lot of my interest in drawing too. So I've always been like OG Pokemon fan.
Yeah, I grew up with Pokemon. I had the first Pokemon Stadium on N64, and I also had Blue and Red.
Yeah, me too.
And I had that little game pack where you can plug in your actually, no, it's too far away. I was gonna bring it out and be like, I still have it.
Oh boy!
But just take my word for it. Just take my word for it. I still have my Pokemon Blue, and I still have my N64, and I don't touch them ever.
Yeah, no, same here. I think I recently dug up all my old games because I wanted to import them all to like Pokemon. What was it? Pokemon Home and Pokemon.
Right, like Pokemon.
There's another one for like the handheld systems for the older stuff, but
Pokemon Bank. Yeah.
Yeah. So I imported all my old school OG Pokemon and brought them all into. I think,
how long did that take you?
Like the whole day. And they get subscription fees too. So like to get into Pokemon Bank, it's a couple bucks, and then Pokemon Home is a couple bucks.
Oh, no.
But then if your subscription runs out or you cancel it, they like hold your Pokemon hostage in there. So I didn't like that very much. But
oh no! So like if there's like a year you can't pay it, they're just going to delete your Pokemon?
Well, no, they still keep them in there. You just can't access them because it's a premium function to like move them over.
I see.
So,
I see. I thought they were just going to straight up delete your entire.
There'd be a lot of upset adults out there and kids.
Mostly adults, let's be real.
My Pokemon are older than most kids. Oh man.
Is it from like the original Blue and Yellow and all that?
I never got Blue and Red. I wasn't lucky enough as a kid. I got Yellow.
Nice.
And then Silver from there, and then Platinum and all that stuff after.
So did you import it all the way from Silver and Yellow?
Yeah, I don't think I imported Yellow. I couldn't find Yellow, but yeah, the Silver I definitely brought all in there. All the old corny child nicknames I gave them.
I admire your commitment, man.
Yeah, no, it's kind of cool. It's like a weird nostalgia to bringing all those old ones in.
Do you have a favorite Pokemon or a Pokemon nickname?
I have one in Pokemon Go right now. I have a shiny Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Black, and it's got the gold ring,
and black.
and it's really cool.
Yeah.
For people who aren't Pokemon fans, it's just this really long sky dragon, and it's black with gold, and it's really badass looking.
Jimmy, put Rayquaza up on the screen.
Yeah, there we go. But I named him Slim Shady, so I'm an Eminem fan too. So.
I've been actually getting back in an Eminem kick recently. I listened to Kill Shot and Without You. Just
yeah. Oh, cool.
I don't know his albums. I just know his songs. But what album is Not Afraid on? It's like Rehabilitation or something?
That sounds right. I'm not as good with the album names either. I haven't owned physical like CD albums or anything in a long time. I just do online now.
What you weirdo? Man. What do you use? Spotify?
Yeah, I know.
YouTube Music?
Get my CD player over here.
I still have a CD player in my car, and every now and then, if I'm like in the mountains or something, I pop in a CD. I have.
Sometimes you just gotta listen to Eminem, man.
Well, I have Bowie in there right now, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I have some music taste, not all.
Mm.
Not all the music taste.
Same. I mean, my tastes are questionable at best, so I can't judge.
Do you have any favorite bird Pokemon?
Yes. There's one, and it's kind of a new one, but it's the yellow Oricorio. It's like this little yellow bird with little pom-poms. It's like a cheerleader bird. It's electric. But I call him Banana because he has a little like banana-shaped butt. And it looks like he's got like a little peeled open banana butt. So it's cute. I like that one a lot.
That is adorable.
But I like all bird Pokemon though.
Is that from like a recent game?
Yeah, that one was I think like Sun and Moon maybe? Like I don't know if that's like 5th or 6th gen or something.
6 is X and Y, 7 is Sun and Moon.
7 or 8. So yeah, maybe Gen 7.
Wow.
But there's different types of Oricorios. So there's like an electric one, there's a psychic.
You say you're not into Pokemon anymore.
You
liar. I caught you.
Exposed. Busted. Everyone's going to see me for the true nerd I am.
We're going to have like a big stamp that says exposed.
Yeah.
I started playing them back in X and Y again. I dropped off for a little bit, started playing X and Y, then Sun and Moon. And then this recent one was not my favorite, but
Sword and Shield?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played it?
Yeah. Like the first chunk of it before the DLC, I was mad.
Yeah, I mean, I refused to get the DLC because I played through it, and I'm like, all right, well, now what?
Yeah, like, really? Like, are you guys even trying? I'm not going to say anything to spoil it, but, like, there's the usual progression that's, like, kind of, you know, cookie cutter for a Pokemon game. And then they just tacked on the stuff after, and I'm like...
Right. Not very filling.
You know that meme of the guy that's like... a little irritated about that. I didn't like the ending, but the DLC was fun. I liked the DLC.
The DLC is like $15 a piece, though, right?
Yeah, and I think I had to buy it as a set. I don't know if it's available separately, but... Is
it the same price as a set, or is it cheaper in a bundle?
I think it was cheaper in the bundle. I remember paying like... Oh, actually, I don't remember what I paid. I feel like it was like $60, but that's also Canadian dollars, so that's like ruples compared to your mighty US dollars.
Oh, yeah. No, for a second, I'm like, $62?
No, yeah.
Because I guess you're about, like, your dollar is $1.50 stronger than us.
No, yours is stronger than ours.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I was going through, I got them both, so I kind of, like, blasted through the first part, and, what was it? It's Crown Tundra and...
Ugh, I'm blanking.
Crown Tundra is the longer DLC.
Tundra's, the recent one. And the one before it was like Isle of Armor. Isle of Armor. That's what it's called.
Thank you. Yeah, Isle of Armor. So the Isle of Armor was like, I just blinked through it in a day. And I was like, that's it?
Really?
So I can't imagine how fans who got it right away felt when they were just like, what the hell? It's over?
I thought you were just talking about the core game.
You know?
Because there's like almost nothing after that core game.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pokemon's cool. I love it.
Yeah. I could evidently talk about that forever. I was going to say at least they added like some kind of busy work to fluff up what you do in that DLC. Like there's things to find. There's of course Pokemon to catch and things to evolve in weird ways that take a while. So I guess there's that. But in terms of story, it's just kind of like, yeah, you're done. Have fun.
Yeah, I guess Pokemon's never really been about the story anyways. It's just catching them all.
Mm-hmm.
Also, serious time. I've done some serious digging of
I'm
you
ready.
on internet.com, and I found
About
out
to get exposed.
you're a fan of popcorn.
I am. I love popcorn.
All right. So what is your ideal popcorn? Is it at a movie theater? Is it Orville Redenbacher?
Just plain old salted popcorn, just nothing on it. I mean, maybe lightly oiled or something.
Really?
But
no butter or anything?
No. I like to eat. That's like my cheat snack that I could eat infinite amounts of, and then not feel like I've overdone it for food. You know what I mean?
That's usually a theater thing for me. I used to work at a theater, and what we did
was
we layered the popcorn with butter.
Yeah.
So we filled it halfway, shook it up, and then put another one on
God.
top and layered more butter on there.
That's dangerous.
It's dangerously tasty, I tell you what.
I'm like drooling thinking about this.
But you're not one of those people who puts like frozen Junior Mints into popcorn, right? No. Yeah, that's like a step too far for me.
Yeah.
There's also like different kinds of salts that we had. It was like
oh yeah, you can get like dill flavor or like, I don't know, spicy,
like honey mustard. Yeah.
I'd try those. That sounds cool. I've never tried them before though.
Have you had like cheddar and caramel popcorn?
Oh yeah. I used to have a lot of that pink popcorn as a kid.
It's like candy popcorn, right?
Yeah. I don't know what the name of that pink stuff is, but it's just like coated in like a hard shell pink candy.
I was kind of hoping you would give me some exotic popcorn tricks.
Ooh.
Oh?
There is. If you like sweet and salty, like just flavors in general. I don't know if your Costco's have this, but Canadian Costco's do, and it's called Chicago style popcorn. Did you guys do that at the movie theaters?
I have not heard of this. Enlighten me, please.
Okay. Just buckle your pants. It's so good. It's it's cheddar popcorn and caramel popcorn just like mixed up together, and it's not like the sticky kind of caramel popcorn. It's like a hard shell kind, so you can just like your hands won't get too dirty. But it is just like chef kiss. It's so good.
Kiffs straight from an Italian.
So Chicago style popcorn at Costco. They have gigantic bags. I don't know if they have them in the U.S., but I assume with the name Chicago, they would have originated from somewhere in the U.S.
God, now you got me on food again. All I had today was like a coffee and an apple.
Oh no, why?
Because I'm trying to do this intermittent fasting that's all the rage.
Me too.
What are your hours, if you don't mind me asking?
I do noon to 8.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah, so I try not to eat breakfast until noon, and then at 8 o'clock it's no more eating, because I'm a notorious snacker, and I just infinitely snack, because I stay up late too.
Oh, me too.
So it also helps manage my sleep.
Someone got me on Blue Diamond almonds recently.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I had no idea they were flavored like wasabi and Thai chili. It's amazing.
Oh, nice.
So what other movie theater snacks do you like?
Ooh.
Once again, serious real talk.
No, yeah, I'm loving it. It's usually all like art questions. Generally I go for like peanut M&Ms, something like sweet and salty. Like I'm not usually that crazy with snacks. I go for the popcorn primarily, and I'm pretty cheap, so
hell yeah.
Usually I just do popcorn.
Yeah, that's like a whole ordeal going to the theater and getting like popcorn and a snack on top of the ticket.
Yeah. Man, I miss the theater.
Yeah. We're talking mad shit on it.
You just reminded me. I'm like, I haven't been there in like more than 6 months.
Last movie I saw was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Same. It was decent. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fine. I could have told you the entire movie before watching it.
Oh, yeah.
But I still had fun.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Have you had peanut butter M&Ms?
No. I'm intrigued by this. Is this just like peanut butter inside instead of like a peanut?
Yeah. It's just
like a Reese's cup, but round?
Yeah, it's not exactly a Reese piece. Reese Pieces are like more thin and more kind of direct. This has like a hard shell of chocolate over it, and then it has the peanut butter as the core.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, sometimes my dad gets like a huge bag of them, and I gain 8 pounds.
Been there. That sounds like the perfect snack.
Pro tip, if you freeze them, they're even better.
Oh, and they take longer to eat, too, because you really got to crunch.
Exactly. It's like a full meal, essentially.
I use that strategy, too.
What do you freeze? Just M&Ms?
Right now, nothing. I'm on a no sugar, no gluten diet right now, so
No.
I'm just kind of like, I know, yeah. So I can't even have popcorn. It's killing me.
Well, what have you been eating?
Yeah, I replaced the popcorn with pork rinds. It sounds gross, but pork rinds are still like a crunchy,
Pork rinds are good. Yeah.
kind of empty calorie thing you can eat. But it's still like processed oils and stuff though, so it's not the greatest. But I still need something to substitute for the popcorn because that was like an everyday snack for me.
Your popcorn addiction got that bad.
Yeah, so I had to had to get it under control.
I'm sorry. Going back to the popcorn thing. Did you just get raw pre-popped popcorn, or did you have to heat it up every day with with Act 2 or Orville Redenbacher or whatever? At
our grocery store, Save on Foods, we have like those really big, like probably the same size as like the big Chicago bags at Costco, but we can get big pre-popped bags of popcorn, and they had one that was just like lightly oiled and lightly salted, so it was like probably the cheapest calorie content I could find for popcorn that was still like nice and salty and still tasted good. So I would get that all the time. Just bring home a giant $5 bag of popcorn. But that would last me a couple of days, though. I would just get like, small bowl here and there while I'm curled up watching TV or something.
Nice. You been binging anything lately?
I just watched, what was it, Blood of Zeus, which is like a new Netflix thing.
I saw that. How was it?
It was good, but I don't have a lot of background with like the Greek mythology, so I think a lot of it was lost on me, and like maybe they've embellished a couple of details and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm the worst when I watch anything because I'm always working on something and I'm not giving it my 100% attention.
Right. There are certain movies that like demand your attention, but you could have like Family Guy in the background and it probably would work just as effective.
Yeah.
Do you normally have the TV on or like listen to music while doing art?
I usually have podcasts on these days. Like I really like to listen to comedians, so like Bill Burr and like the Two Bears One Cave podcast. Like generally just like funny, lighthearted stuff that's kind of lots of bullshitting, no serious business.
No, you don't listen to NPR? What?
No. No, yeah, it's just kind of whatever. And there's another one called Ologies that where the lady that runs it interviews and like a different scientist or a different kind of expert of some kind that studies an ology, like biology or herpetology.
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
Interesting.
So yeah, that one's cool too. I feel like if I'm feeling like I need to learn something, I put that one on.
Nice.
Yeah, she had a crow episode that I was just like head over heels in love with. That was really cool.
I need to start getting back into podcast. Well, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I've been jamming out to a lot of musicals lately, so.
Cool. What's your go-to musical? Like, do you have a favorite?
Right now it's Be More Chill.
Be More Chill.
Be More Chill. Yeah, it's kind of like a combination of, I don't know, a Robot Uprising story and Little Shop of Horrors, where there's like a little.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's this high school kid that gets a computer in his brain, and he tells him how to be cool and chill and make it with all the ladies. It's a fun little musical.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I recommend downloading it. I read the book in middle school, and I'm like, why does this sound familiar? And I just had a flashback one day being like, oh my God, I read this 10 years ago.
Oh, that's the best. When you find something from your childhood. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I love it when that happens.
I used to read a lot. That's something I should pick back up on, reading. Because I'm horrible. I should. Yeah. I check my phone every time I go to bed.
I know. Yeah. Like I could be reading instead and like filling my head with useful information.
I mean, you're probably reading useful information. You're reading all the hot trends on Twitter or something.
I guess so. And like I guess when you're like an artist trying to brand yourself and like you're your business, like you always kind of have to be looking at something and making sure you're checking up on like the 50 billion social media sites you have. But I don't know. I still I need to carve out the time for reading.
Yeah. I've been recommending to friends, especially with quarantine happening and such, that they need to set like an hour or 10 minutes or whatever. But that time is your time and you use it to relax. It's really weird that we have to kind of like schedule relaxation nowadays.
I know, yeah. And I'm like that too. And like I'm so horribly distractible to boot that I'll be like, okay, it's time to chillax now. And then I'll be like, oh, I forgot to send an email. And then, I'm up the stairs in my office again. And it's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be relaxing.
And then it leads to 100 different things.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know how to relax. I have fun doing what I do, but I also just don't know how to sit still.
No, I'm in the same boat. I have a hard time sitting down because there's always something in the back of your head being like, oh, you could be working on this piece. Oh, you could be scheduling something. It's what's it called? I don't know. The torment of a tortured artist.
Yeah.
Probably not as dramatic, but it sounds good. Everyone's basically Vincent Van Gogh is what I'm saying.
Or it's just like undiagnosed ADHD for me, maybe. Who knows?
You know what? That might be it too. Sab, thank you so much for coming on. I think that we're coming down. We're wrapping up the interview.
Sweet. Well, thanks again for having me. It was really fun talking.
Yeah, for sure. We should do this more often with not a camera on.
Yeah. No.
Is there anything you would like to plug or anything you would like to promote?
I brought this stuff downstairs yesterday for something else, but coasters, and here I'll zoom it up like real close, but this one says...
they look great.
It says coffee time. I don't know if it's going to be mirrored, but it's just a little paper coaster that you get with every order.
I can see it really well. It's instead of cough, it's coffee time.
Coffee. And then there's because I draw lots of cute fat birds, so there's a little corgi sticker and a little duckling. I'll try and get this into focus.
Oh, I love it. If you want to see it in focus, go to Etsy.com/Sabtastic.
Yeah, there we go. Check out my Etsy. Yeah, I guess that's it. Like I got some other little like stickers and pins and things. Like there's a little tea owl that with an enamel
I love
pin.
them.
Because I need coffee and caffeine related things in my life constantly, so I use them in my art a lot.
Oh man, you missed the morning shift where we just talk about coffee all the time.
Oh shoot, I would have loved that.
Honestly, how many cups of coffee do you have a day, honestly?
For sure 2. I think like I always have to start off my day with at least 1, and then if I have to go somewhere, maybe less. But I definitely I always have 1 cup of coffee until I'm like fully awake for the day, and that's usually by like 2-3 p.m.
I'm really bad about it because I have at least 3.
Oh, really? Holy! Like, are we talking like big mugs or like just like little normal office coffee cups?
No, just like office coffee cups.
Okay.
Yay high.
Like height of a credit card?
It's like the height of a credit card and a half.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's a regular sized coffee mug then. Dang, that's like. Are you feeling like that's what you need every day, or is that like feeling like that's too much?
I feel like I need that every day.
Yeah. Well, are you the type of person that sleeps for like 5 hours and then you're ready to go again, or do you like get enough sleep at night?
Oh, I've been getting horrible sleep lately. I've been sleeping like at 8 p.m. and then I wake up and then I stay awake for 4 hours and then I wake up again at 6 a.m.
Oh no, you're like Justin.
It's not healthy. No, it's not fun.
Well, that kind of it does hurt your sleep schedule. Yeah. And I hate when you go to sleep and then you wake up and you can't get back to bed. It's like
that was me this morning. I was up at 6:30 and I couldn't get back to bed, so I was up.
I am embarrassed to admit that I woke up at like 11:30, but that's because I was up until like 3 or so doing this Discord thing and trying to put out the fire that I made by inviting everybody.
You earned that right to sleep till 11 o'clock.
I was so stressful. I just suddenly imported 50 contacts to an unfinished Discord server.
Well, hopefully all your contacts are really, really cool.
Thank you.
Once again, Sab, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
We got distracted by the coffee talk.
Sorry.
What's your Twitter?
My Twitter is Sabtastic, so Sabtastic. No, sorry, Sabtastic. Yeah. Sabtastique. You could search up Sabtastic too with a TIC at the end. It'll still show up. But that's me. That's my art. It's all cute fat birds right now, but I draw monster girls too. I draw a little bit of pinup stuff,
Hell yeah.
sexy stuff, and then I draw a little cute fat things too. It's all wholesome, non-political, just good times, good feels. So.
Oh no, that's not what you told me. You told me you had politically charged pieces that divided every country.
Oh man, I couldn't handle that. Like the stress would get to me. It would freak me out.
And now I'm a little more familiar with Sabtastic.
Yay! Thanks again, Gage.
Sab, can you give me the most positive, uplifting comment you can ever think of?
Ooh, to describe you?
No, describe yourself. Describe yourself. What's
Ooh.
the highest compliment you would give yourself?
Oh my gosh, that's kind of hard to do.
Oh, what's your favorite thing about yourself? You know what? I'll do a countdown, and you have to blurt it out.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So, favorite thing about yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
I really love what I do, and I hope you do too.
Yeah.